Previously on Oxventure.
You have found yourself camped out near the nearby woods of Angarad with some people who are making the best of it. It is a simple problem that we have. We were planning to have a hog roast. We have no hog. In the woods of Angarad lives an enormous hog, and we think if we were to kill it, or if somebody were to kill it, it would make a hog roast to remember. So you notice the wood seems to be sort of strangely, well, it's not laid out. It's a wood. It's ancient. It's kind of grown up over a long time. So there's sort of lots of sort of twists and whirls in it. But they almost seem to form patterns. There's almost, if you sort of don't look directly at it, but sort of try and stare through the wood, you almost see that it's kind of it's in a sort of a spiral.
It's curly like a pig's tail.
And there is beyond said breaking the trees, quite a ways out, there is what looks to be a large clearing. So you reach the clearing. It very much looks like it is inhabited by something large.
Pig-shaped.
I was about to say you couldn't possibly tell. Make me an investigation check.
All right.
He knows pigs quite a lot.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
That is 12.
He's just friends with a load of pigs.
Oh, I see.
Oh no,
What did you
investigation is
think?
intelligence.
Yeah.
That's 12.
I don't know what you think.
Dov, you can definitely see how a giant pig might have done this. Whatever is here has definitely got 4 legs,
Okay.
and the ground has been sort of like snuffled up.
Is there crap everywhere as well?
Actually, you don't know on a 12.
Can I see?
Better do the taste test just to be sure.
Come on.
Don't come
You even
on.
made
It could be a
dog
truffle.
It could be a truffle.
Can I see any truffles?
Make me a nature check.
While he's rolling that, Prudence, do you, it feels weird to ask someone else to do a spell, like as a favour. Would it be
fine.
okay if you did like a detect magic or something?
Oh, what a great idea. I detect magic
Okay.
on the clearing.
Yep.
I walk around the clearing so that... How big is the clearing?
The clearing in which you find 1 truffle. In the whole
Nice.
clearing is not
It's not a
great
pig. There's a truffle left.
The
a pig
clearing
around here, this is
is
gone.
pretty large. We're talking like a football pitch
Okay.
width.
Well, in that case, I do a sort of metal detector type pattern around the clearing.
Sure, no.
Yeah. Because of my 30-foot range on detect magic.
You do not detect any magic in this clearing.
Okay.
Because it's all inside the pig.
Clear of magic, everyone, no magic.
Okay.
All right. Do you think that leans us more towards pig theory A, wise old spirit of the forest, or pig theory B, malevolent force that the forest would love us to clear?
B.
There's no way to know for sure until we meet this pig.
Till we kill it and eat it.
Find out what's
Yeah,
inside.
that's true.
B.
B. Okay.
Yeah. If it was a magical forest spirit, it would be magical, wouldn't it? Whereas this is clearly a just a big pig. that
A
the forest-
malevolent
Big
pig.
angry
Yeah.
pig.
Puts the option B in BBQ. Okay.
Well, we're on the clock because Team B, speaking
yeah.
of B, bringing up the
Speaking
rear.
of-
They're going to be somewhere, aren't
Speaking
they?
of B tier
Either
adventurers.
that or they've been shredded by Merylwyn's trap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no trotter prints.
There's loads of bits where the ground has been sort of like
Yeah, but no
butted up.
It's not
But
like
no,
a clear
like
trotter. All right. Well, the advice we were given by old
Susura.
yes was that the pig would find us.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
So we
Because-
just lie down and wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe make ourselves delicious.
We could, yeah. Okay. But baste yourself in HP sauce.
You press
Well,
to
pigs
designate me
like
so that I'm
truffles,
tasty.
right? You just
Yeah,
smear the truffle
pigs-
all over yourself.
Yeah, but I was kind of saving.
Oh, I
this
can
for my
give
dinner.
off the sort of smell, the truffle smell,
It's all right. Okay. I will grate some of this truffle over.
on your rock hard abs.
Please stop. Not while we're working.
The only person whose rock hard abs are visible are yours.
So yeah.
Yeah. All right, Dob, let me grate some of this truffle on your abs. And if the pig is around, it'll smell the great truffle smell.
I arch over backwards, I effortlessly drop into a bridge pose.
It's horrifying.
You get 1, 2, 3 passes over Dobbs' rock hard abs
That tickles.
before you hear a crashing off in the trees, and it sounds like something very large is approaching. And
Oh, we
has
should have set up a
indeed
trap, shouldn't we, really? Probably
found
before
you.
we...
Too late for that. You created a
No
trap
time.
on Dob. And as you look, into the clearing basically comes sort of like pushing and crashing its way. A giant boar. It is about 15 foot high at the shoulder.
Whoa.
So this thing is absolutely enormous. And it kind of looks at you all, sort of swinging its head around, trying to locate the source of the delicious smell. And locking eyes on Dob, just sort of gives out a massive sort of pig-like bellow of sort of like hunger, but also you're not. It sounds like fury.
All right.
Should probably roll for initiative.
Yeah!
Right into a fight.
Come on.
17 plus 1 is 18.
13.
20.
16.
Marilyn?
7. I don't want to
Everyone
hurt
takes
Pig
a nap.
immediately.
Yeah. Dob, you're up first.
I don't want to kill the. All right. Well, Dob's secret objective is spare the pig in the social deduction game.
Spare the pig,
Spare the-
save its blood,
Uh,
etc., etc.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Is it charging yet? Or
Not yet. No,
is-
it rolled a 9.
Oh right. Okay, but it's clearly about to.
Oh, it's
Tossing its head around furiously.
Okay.
getting ready to go ham.
Only if this goes well.
All right. I'd like to cast Shatter on the earth between us and the boar.
Yeah.
I just want to sort of try and create a crater, which is just going to slow the boar down, confuse it. It's going to have to get around that. I'm interrupting its charging line.
Very good.
Thanks.
That's something an actual D&D player might say.
Whoa!
Get out!
Who are you?
You're going to make me blush.
He's still in a G-string. Let's.
Yes, sorry.
Adjusting mental image.
With truffle all over his abs.
I'm just amazed you didn't cast Shatter on the pig's crotch. So, yeah, all right then.
That's not vegetarian. I would normally send this through the loot, but I suppose I'm going to have
You're going to have to ham bone.
I'm gonna, yeah. Yes, a little bit of a cappella. I guess I do have other instruments. I'm going to have to bring them out.
Just let out a piercing shriek.
I've got a flute. Never mind where.
Where were you
I
keeping
produce it. Yeah. So you know what?
Before.
Very gingerly, Dob extracts the flute.
It'd ordinarily be 3d8 thunder damage. I'm just going to, say it does a good chunk of
Okay.
thunder damage. You basically, you just like throw up an entire crater. It's kind of like, in like anime when a creature lands really hard.
Do I?
And then they monologue while like bits of turf are floating upwards.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. It
Sick.
looks pretty cool.
Dob, what does the scanner say about this pig's power level?
I'm not going to jump to.
It's over swine for Alison.
Oh,
Boo.
Sorry.
I really enjoyed that.
Can you
Egbert,
take
you're
his
up.
inspiration away?
No, mine.
I'd have to give it straight back. Egbert, you're up.
Oh, it's a simple beast, isn't it? I'm going to try and confuse it with my highly reflective mirrored shield so it thinks that there's an even bigger pig coming at it. It might stop it in its tracks.
A glowing pig.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, yes.
I just want to confuse it, throw it off a bit.
All right.
None of you
What was
have
your
the
initiative
guts to
roll?
kill it.
18.
Here we go.
You got fire breath. You can roast that pig.
Yeah, later.
Honey, roast that ham.
The pig
To
does not.
baste it first.
So, are you kind of just sort of taking a stance and angling the
Yeah.
shield toward the pig? It does notice you. It kind of like reluctantly tears its eyes away from the delicious smelling naked half orc.
Thinks.
And
Who's that other
kind of just
handsome
fixes
pig?
you in a stare. Its nostrils flare slightly, and you're not sure whether you've fooled it or whether it is convinced there's another pig in the clearing. But either way, it definitely seems to be interested in punting you across the clearing now.
Okay.
So if
Fine.
anything, you've taken a hit.
Away from the.
So-
Yeah, well, he's not wearing much, so.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
What's the armour class on a G-string?
You tell me.
-1.
Negative, yeah. It's actually quite uncomfortable.
It's really starting to cut into the...
It's doing me harm.
You have to succeed on it.
Just loosen the tuning pegs.
Oh my god. Cora's on your arm.
Okay, casting my eyes around the clearing, I spot a beehive, which
What?
I would like to... Do I?
Odds is no, evens is yes. That is a 20. Yes.
You spot 8
It's
beehives.
a massive
It's a
beehive.
really big beehive.
Cool. I would like to grab it with mage hand and smash it onto the boar to give it a kind of honey glaze. And also, maybe the bees will do some damage. So, win-win.
Win-win.
Yeah, all right then.
And I will use my bonus action to hide.
Okay. What you do is you kind of just fly the mage hand over and just sort of smush it into the pig's face. So yes, you've smushed a beehive into this hog's face.
Cool.
There is quite a lot of honey running down its face, and it is surrounded by a halo of angry bees.
Great.
Great, now it's covered in bees.
This is only making it more dangerous. Isn't it? Prudence.
Okay.
Do the bees do any damage?
Are you going to ask Prudence what I think you're going to ask, which is, would Eldritch Blast sour the meat?
I did think that, but that wasn't what I was going to say first of all.
Only if it dies afraid. The bees do not seem to be
How's it
doing
not
much
gonna die
damage.
afraid?
They are kind of stinging for all they're worth.
Firstly, my sort of lingering detect magic, just like a little twiddle at the hog, because,
Yep.
the clearing wasn't magic, but maybe the hog has something magic. Does it have something magical going on? Like, is it a magical, mystical pig in any way? Or just a garden variety giant pig?
Okay, it's weird. Normally, when you sense something and there is magic, like inherently as part of it,
Yes.
you get the outline of the thing.
Yes.
This is more like you've got the shape of the hog, you can sort of still see it in your sort of magic detective vision, but it's almost like there are heat spots.
Oh.
It's almost like part of the pig's rump is magical.
Huh.
And there's sort of a mass in the centre that appears to have magic properties.
Magically delicious.
Maybe it ate the B team, and they're just inside.
And they're in its rump now.
Yeah. It's got a quick digestive system. It's on
Well,
its
no
way
soon
out.
enough.
There are about half a dozen different spots on this pig.
If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see. Oh, you have to use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object. You learn its school of magic, if any. All right. Well, I'm
Okay.
going to use my action then. What school of magic are these magic spots inside the hog?
There are a few different ones.
It's been eating people, surely.
Maybe it's been gobbling up magic users.
You're seeing outlines of these figures now. Is that right?
What?
Because you've used your action, don't you see the outline of the figures themselves as well, according to
I see the outline of whatever the magical thing is, and I sort of see a coloured aura around it that tells me what school of magic it is.
Okie dokie.
Well, let me see. What's the resolution?
The resolution.
1980 by
Similar in
1080.
that.
Yeah. Well, have a look if you want. But
Well, no,
your interpretation.
I
DPI,
basically you
detailed pig
realise that these are all humanoid shapes. They are not randomly arranged. They appear to be some of them sitting,
Operating.
others are standing.
Whoa!
And they have a few different schools of magic across the board.
Whoa!
Across the board.
Is it those three? Is one of them a bloody tortoise shape?
No.
No, only
Oh,
one of
okay.
those dudes is magical.
They haven't
I-
got
They
it
might be
yet.
trying to pull a fast one on us
Oh yeah.
by dressing up as the
Okay.
boar.
This does
Right.
mean that the bee damage is probably not going to stress it
Superficial.
out much. If
Also,
it's
I've wasted all this honey. We can't be eating this fake boar.
Naturally, I relay
We've
all of
already
that
got a fake
information
ball, I say,
while
holding up the
scampering.
face
I mean,
pig.
while using my action.
Yes,
What's
during
that
your
skill
6-second combat turn.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
you
during
give
my-
a precise phrase.
I'm like,
to
it's a
everyone else.
panto pig. It's got people inside it. It's mad, and they're magical. I yell and then
Dang, I was really looking forward to that honey roast.
dodge sideways. Move away.
Alrighty. You may have to dodge sideways because the pig previously was getting ready to,
Right.
to charge Egbert,
yeah.
but is absolutely zeroing in
Yeah,
on you now.
I've got your number, pig. I yell at the pig,
It's going to charge.
if that is your real name.
Ooh, doctor. Okay, that is
Come at me,
bad.
fake pig.
I've rolled a 3,
Yes.
and also it was charging across a crater that wasn't there
Ha!
Oh,
at the
no.
top of the combat round. So I'm going to say, have you ever seen a dog run into a puddle it doesn't realise is really deep? 'Cause what happens is they kind of like, they gallop in and their front legs just go dip, and then the side of the puddle just goes wham into their chest, and they get covered in mud, and it's hilarious.
Okay.
Aw.
That's what happens to this pig, but there's no water. It basically just like throws itself in, and its chest just goes like crump. So it's now got like a little piggy hind sticking in the air. It is kind of struggling to right itself. Merylwen, it's your turn.
Quick, climb into the pig and see what's going on there.
I think I
There's
see
only
a
one
hatch.
way in.
I think I see a hatch at the back.
Yeah.
I think you're small enough
Well, okay.
The car's grease.
All right. Well, yeah. Now that I know that, I don't want to go. I don't want to go ham on it. Basically, I want to find out what's going on. So I'm going to run up to it, Although what I will do to try and get into it is I will cast Flame Blade.
Crikey.
Okay, to try and like slice through the outside and find any like hinges and.
Why did you ever bother with stone shape?
Yeah, when you've got flame blade.
It was really good, useful for tunnels.
Yes.
I
But
don't
then
like
why
being
bother
in
with the flame
tight
blade when you just
spaces.
climb into its...
Also,
Ouch.
Flame Blade, while a powerful spell, does get Beyblade stuck in your head. Unfortunately.
Well, thank you for that,
Well,
Luke.
yeah. I'm assuming it's more of a wooden. I can't
What,
imagine
wood
that
covered in
it's
fur?
made of
Maybe.
stone.
don't know.
I think it'd be too heavy, maybe.
Let's find out with the Flame Blade.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna go like with the Flame Blade.
You do start a small fire on the outside of the hog as you do this, but could you make me an attack to try and get through?
Okay. What? Any additions?
This is a spell, right?
Flame Blade. Oh yeah.
Is it not just a
Yeah,
weapon?
no, I can just hit it.
Oh, that's all right. You evoke a fiery blade.
Yeah.
Scimitar. Okay, yeah. You just need to roll against the AC, so it'd be a strength attack.
Okay, yeah, then that's 21.
Dope.
We did all that. It was-
I'd already rolled a 19, so.
Well, then you hit it.
Yeah!
Let's see. Gosh, so that's 3d6 fire damage, please.
Yeah.
Need another one.
I've got many.
Could have gone in the hatch.
Yeah.
Alright,
Could have just gone in the hog hole.
that is a 9.
Okay, 9. 9's good enough to sort of basically sort of like lightsaber your lightsaber a Merylwen-sized hole in the side of this pig.
Yes.
Are you going in?
Yes.
Great. You see on the inside there are lots of pulleys and
Winches?
Winches.
winches, of course, and some sort of speaking trumpets, and there are people in sort of like woodland ranger almost garb, kind of all sat there holding levers, just be like,
Hi. Do you like my flame blade?
Yeah.
What's going on in here? You look like you're having fun. Hope you're not too bored.
well, the hog is quite profoundly on fire now, so they're going to start panicking, I think. But never mind them, it's Dob's turn again.
Climb in the hatch, Tom.
Winch him up.
All right, well, what I want to... I have to be true to the character. And what Dob wants to do most is preserve this boar vehicle from burning up, that it might be used by us to get around. So I'm going to...
The mystery machine.
So I'm going to use my... When I cast Shatter, obviously that will have freed up a lot of earth. So I'm basically going to just grab armfuls of that and start sort of caking it onto the side of the boar to try and extinguish the flames.
Okay, make me an athletics check, please, just to see how well you can extinguish this boar.
Athletics,
So it's strength mod
14.
14. That's not bad, actually. Like, it's still quite on fire. It's, yeah, I'd say you've reduced the size of the blaze by about 2/3. It is unfortunately starting to climb up onto the spine of the hog.
Help me,
Egbert,
everyone!
Egbert, use your water breath.
Breathe anti-fire.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like a good plan. Who doesn't want to drive around in a big
Big
pig?
muddy hog.
So, is the snow around the place, right? It's snowy, right?
yeah.
Ah, that's a better idea.
Oh, great.
Start packing some snow on there as well.
Another athletics check, please.
Yeah. I'm going to use my shield as a big shovel to shovel a load of
Oh,
snow.
very nice.
How about
that? Yeah, you can add your proficiency bonus.
that? Great. That's good because I rolled a 2. But +4, +3 is 9.
You make a valiant attempt to put out some of the fire with snow. You at least alert the others to the fact that there is snow and that it may be used in the dousing of fire. But generally speaking, you're just flinging powder.
I'm having a great time, obviously.
Yeah.
Corazon, help me and Egbert put out this boar so that we can ride it around.
Yeah, but then we have to ride around in the boar.
It's caked in mud, though.
Yeah. I would like to use my action to take a large bite of truffle and enjoy the great taste.
This is delicious.
Cool.
Do you pop out of hiding to do this?
Just use your bonus action to hide.
Just walking between trees, chowing down. Okay, yeah, you take a delicious bite of truffle.
Ooh, powerful. Great. That was my turn.
Okay.
Oh, great.
Prince.
Good job, Corazon. Are the inhabitants of the former boar, are they
Freaking out?
emerging yet? Are they outside, inside, on fire?
They are starting to shout quite a lot.
Yeah.
You think you hear at least one shout of abandoned pig.
Okay, okay.
Probably on the way out.
They have not yet abandoned pig. Okay. Well, I want to know what's going on.
So try
So,
this truffle, Prudence.
not now, Corazon.
Okay, sorry.
Not truffle time. Oh, I reach in and grab the one nearest the Merylwyn-shaped hole in the side of the boar and like hoist them out
Great, okay.
by
Just poke your head in, grab one,
yeah,
and
by
like,
their
pull them
lapels.
horror movie style out.
Yeah,
Yeah, with your werebear-esque
yeah.
strength, you
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
just
yeah,
have
yeah.
this
My
guy
residual
above the
werebear
lapels.
strength.
Hello?
Like Jason Voorhees pulling a camper out of a car.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Explain yourself.
It's their turn now. I think we can probably drop out of. I think we can probably.
If they're
drop
not
out
resisting,
of combat.
then
Yeah.
Plus, they
are
must need a full
resisting?
complement to operate the pig at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, well, exactly. I mean, that's the tail wagging gun.
Oh no, well, that's the key
You know.
part.
The ones in the front half are going to start drowning soon. And the, oh wait, it's not full of water, is it? It's
Just a
just
big
a
crater.
crater. Right,
Not
right,
until
right,
the
never
snow
mind.
melts.
Not until snow
Um,
melts.
I stroll
So
over
they've got
eating
until
an-
spring.
I stroll over eating an apple I found.
Okay.
How did the combat go?
Fine.
Cool.
We've got prisoners. I've taken prisoners.
Oh, no, well done.
I did fire.
Merylwyn did a fire.
Good job.
I did a mud, Egbert did a snow.
Yeah.
We covered every element.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
mind when there was all this snow about, I say, taking another large bite of tasty apple.
Prudence, you were interrogating.
The rest of the crew have all tumbled out of the pig.
Yeah.
They are
Take
throwing,
these other prisoners prisoner.
They're
All
throwing,
right.
throwing snow on the pig
Oh,
to try and
okay.
put it out themselves.
No,
What's
let them do
with
that.
hey, you jerks? What's
What?
with the fake pig? Why did you run out here and attack us with your mechanical pig? What's going on? Explain yourselves.
Didn't really see that we did much of anything. This is the one being held by Prudence, isn't
You
it?
look very aggressive.
Yeah, you charged in
Pretty
here
sure you were
snorting.
going to charge at us.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we were going to charge at you, and we would hope that you were going to run off, but then you blew up the ground underneath us, and we
Yeah,
fell
we
down.
never run. We
Yeah.
And
don't
then
run.
you came in with a sword,
We don't know how to run.
and you were throwing what turned out to be mud at us,
Yeah, well.
and then
And snow, don't forget the snow. I
it
helped.
really seems like you're the aggressors in this.
Well,
part.
guess what? The locals asked us to come and stop your piggish ways because you've been terrorising them.
What?
Well, so we were going to eat it.
Yeah, also they want to eat you.
I think that was
Oh,
actually
that's
objective
nice.
A, bring back a
Yeah.
pig to eat.
Right, okay, it's all coming into perspective now. I can see things from a new angle. He says, looking down at his feet.
Turn them upside down.
What do you mean? I bellow.
He gives you his lunch money. He says, well, look, we were just hoping you'd run away, all right? Yes, the hog is fake. Yes, this is a weird thing to do, especially this close to the holidays when people are generally with their families. But listen,
Gotta have a hobby though.
Are you a family, the three of you? A
no.
found family?
Well, we have a common cause.
So,
Is it,
yeah,
what
a found
are you
family.
guarding? What is the meaning of this pig?
We're protecting the woods.
Woods can protect themselves.
Don't-
We just made our way through them.
They can't protect themselves from traders with axes, they can't. Am I right in thinking it was a man called Sazira who sent you out?
That's the one.
Fine company of
Yes,
traders
it
they were.
was.
They're not traders, they are property developers.
Traitors!
Oh, what?
Not traders, but traitors to the forest.
Well, that's quite good, that, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
They want to hack down the wood
Inspiring,
and
some
build
would say.
Properly
luxury properties that they're going to rent out at extortionate rates.
Oh.
Did they say that, did they by any chance say that you were going to eat the pig and then have a tea party?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. They talked of fine wines.
Yeah. The wines are terrible. They give
The
a bottle
wines
to
are-
everyone when they move into a place. He's talking about a property party. He was going to try and get you to buy a house.
Not a proper tea party, but a property party.
So you've
Never been this angry.
you three are, in a very meaningful way, wise guardian spirits of this forest.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. We're just sort of...
Wise guardian spirits of the forest.
Just let him have it.
Just let him have this.
Why is he naked?
If
Why
you look
aren't you?
closely, there's a link
Checkmate.
string
Yeah, very
running up the middle.
pretty
Oh.
much invisible to the naked eye, but it is
Why
there.
is he almost naked?
Because
There was an alligator.
Because it's surprisingly hard to rig a jury sale in this wind, actually. So
Sure.
My God.
we don't all have mechanical boars
To
Some
ride
of us
around
have
in.
to ride around in. Although
Well, we do now.
we do now have a mechanical boar to ride
What are
around
you
in.
talking about?
You can't steal their mechanical boar now.
Yeah.
Not talk. I did. Who said steal?
Oh,
I would
oh,
like to purchase your mechanical boar.
But then nothing would be guarding the forest.
We will guard the
We're
forest.
not guarding
We
this
can't.
forest.
We will stay here forever.
No, we won't.
So you're
No, we
offering
can't.
me money to go away and you'll do my job?
No.
We'll make sure that these property developers never bother you again. How do you like the sound of that? No more scaring them off with the boar. How about a more permanent solution?
Kill them with the boar.
I was about to say it sounds quite violent. Is it quite violent? Is that what you're planning?
Almost definitely.
I am not planning. Full stop.
All we need to do is
Create the perfect genetic soldier.
the perfect genetic boar. No, is to make the forest undesirable for development, and then they will move on.
What, by
That's what we
polluting
were
it?
doing.
By polluting it
Yeah.
with a big pirate theme park called Corazon Land.
Let's put that on the maybe pile.
Okay.
What he said.
Why don't we just steer this boar all the way back to the traders and run them over or whatever?
Yes.
I mean, we don't want to. Do you want to just kill the property developers? For
Nah,
being
you
property
can chase it,
developers?
like properly chase them away.
Just
But we
want to
need
move them on.
to take them.
Get
Yeah.
them to leave
But
this
then
forest.
But with the giant
destroy
boar.
another forest somewhere else.
Oh, what if we make it so that this forest is kind of permanently protected after we leave by doing everything we can to build a real magical, enchanted mechanical boar that doesn't require human
Maintenance.
drivers or maintenance?
But also kills indiscriminately.
Yeah, and roves around like a big killer Roomba.
Okay.
You
How
know,
are we supposed to do that?
idea,
Yeah,
though.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
why do you always expect like a second bullet point?
It sounds like the create giant mystical boar to avenge the forest spell. No.
No.
But there are a lot of spells here. Check again.
Look, you can't expect this chase property developers off with boars to work forever. Presumably, do you have a plan B? Is there a long-term goal here?
No.
You're just going to keep doing the...
It was working quite well until you came along.
Is
Yeah.
it just the three of you, or are you part of a larger group, a sort of Robin Hood gang in the woods? Or...
Oh, well,
Do you have an Ewok village?
a what?
A kind of treetop village of huts and rope bridges?
Do you
No.
think that any of us is a god?
No.
Oh,
Do you have any more questions?
worth checking.
There are,
What, even with that body?
there are 5 more of us. They're all just still stuck in the rump. That's why we were trying to put the...
Oh yeah, is it still on fire? We
No,
haven't
we put that out.
Okay, good.
No, it's all right. Come out. I think it's all right. You see 5 more people climb out.
Well, look,
Okay.
with the 5 of... Sorry, go on, Corazon.
I was going to say, so the property developers, their leader fellow, whose name was
So,
Cicera.
Cicera, we could say that we've killed the boar, but we can't transport it, it's too large. So we need Cicera to come with us and help us take the boar back,
yeah,
and then
on the head.
on the head, in the shatter hole.
No witnesses.
Why don't we just drive the boar at them?
Again,
not to
this is your second time you suggested
I-
running them all over with the
Yeah.
big boar.
What?
Rather than waiting for them to
one
get to the middle
problem
of the
with the
forest.
plan? You can't. What's wrong with the drive the...
Yeah.
Yeah, run them over with a big boar.
I'll give you a problem in your plan,
What?
says Argyle, stepping
Oh.
out from
This guy.
The B team has arrived.
Okay.
So we'll be
Egbert-
taking that ball back for the reward.
Egg,
No!
just run over Argyle with the boar.
I get inside the boar
Yes.
through the hatch
Okay.
as a power play.
Can I get in? I want to be in the co-driver seat.
Yeah.
I start drawing up a
I
list
think
of
I'm
instructions.
still in there. I don't
Yeah.
think I've climbed.
Grab a pulley,
I've just been
Merylwyn.
listening.
Oh, you can be on the handbrake.
Yeah.
So we're going to want to drift this thing sideways.
The handbrake.
Break. Oh, good lord.
All right. Let's get this boar moving. Come on.
Yeah, just while he gets that started, if I can just explain to you what's going on. It turns out the boar is fake. There's some people inside been driving it. Turns out those folks back there, they're property developers, and they're trying to turn all of this into some new development. But they use this boar to chase people away, so that they can't do that. Interesting. Anyway, he seems to have started it. So if you're probably going to run you over with it now.
Why are you running me over?
Well,
the
'cause
way we see it is you three have a choice. You've been conned, just like we were.
Yeah, all right.
So with all of us together, we can probably drive those nasty property developers out of the forest. Maybe they'll, take all their stuff that they leave behind in their hurry, so you get remunerated for your time and your troubles.
Right.
And I think if we all join forces, there are a lot of us, we probably stand a good chance against them.
All right.
And we've got like the monster truck,
Yeah.
the hog.
You might want to shout that to him, though. He is charging at you. I take a large step back.
I imagine currently as Egbert familiarises himself with the
Yeah, we're
controls,
doing
it's just kind of
donuts and stuff.
it's just kind of like reversing slowly.
Smashing. He smashed down a tree that stood there for 2,000 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about it. He was like, oh, can you signal to him or something?
Does this thing have indicators? Oh, you want to signal to me?
I'm assuming
still
you
pressing
haven't been
buttons.
able to hear this because you've just been screaming
Yes,
inside
that's true.
a mechanical
Prudence, can you
ball.
telepathically?
I can. It will cost me one of my spell slots, but I use
Worth it.
message to telepathically send to Egbert inside the pig vehicle, not to run anyone over just yet, because Argyle may be coming around to our way of thinking.
All right.
Do you not have
Hold.
free message as a awakened mind warlock?
I feel my mind awakening, and I recollect that as a warlock, with my particular benefits. How embarrassing to
Sorry.
be reminded by a pirate. But I use my awakened mind to telepathically communicate with
Sweet.
Egbert.
Amazing.
What's gone before?
All right, cool. Well, just for dramatic effect, I'd like to do a sort of handbrake turn in front of Argyle,
To show him you mean
All right.
just to show him I know how to control this thing.
Dex sleight of hand check, please. This is going to be quite hard.
Just to show him I might know how to control this.
You are looking to beat a 20.
I'm not going to be at 20, it's an 8.
Oh, that'll be a dex saving throw of
Oh.
Argyle, who of course is famously dexterous, being a
Tortoise.
turtle. Yeah.
Shell!
So 1. So he is going to fly
Poor chap.
89 feet.
Holy hell.
I think
Just pinged off.
it's probably going to be taken. It's not too bad, actually. 9,
Oh, he's still rolling.
Like a skimming stone.
16 points of damage to Argyle, who has been smashed through another tree that had almost stood
Oh,
there
no.
for a millennium. At least. It's just, you just hear this distant, smashing through the brush.
Yeah.
Now do you believe we can take them? I shouted to the void.
Dirk, for the second time today, opens his mouth and goes, "Oh, nuts!" It takes about 5 minutes for Argyle to come back to the clearing, during which time the other two just remain completely silent.
It's
But
a bit
Argyle
awkward.
does sort of re-emerge. He's like, "Oh, yeah, if I'm remembering the question you shouted at me about 5 minutes ago correctly, sidebar, I may be concussed. Yes, I do think this might be quite effective in a combat situation.
Join forces.
Yes.
Ultimate alliance.
Just please don't move it again until I'm safely inside it."
Got it.
Form up.
All right.
All right, it's time to take it to those property developers. Let's,
Boar style.
yeah,
Everyone get in this ball.
Okay. Everyone chooses
Whoa,
their
whoa,
own
whoa.
path into the moor.
Whoa. Why are we accepting the mechanical boar as it is? We don't need to convince anyone else it's a real boar. I say we reinforce it, put like a turret on the top,
Spikes.
spikes,
Yeah.
cannons,
Yeah. Flamethrowers.
armored. Yeah,
Whatever we've got.
yes.
Yeah, we could dress it up a bit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Make
cool,
it terrifying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Using only the materials of the forest. Only the gifts of the forest.
Yeah. Yeah, well, there's plenty.
Gun that fires berries at them.
Well, we can wrap it in terrible thorns.
That's true.
I could put spike growth on the outside.
Yeah.
Yes, that's good. I
Oh.
could put grease on it.
Dirk also happens to be an incredibly lethal sorcerer.
Amazing.
Oh,
Well, we'll
Dirk.
mount him in the mouth.
Yeah.
So when it opens its mouth, he's just in
He can
there,
fire
ready to
sorcery
fire.
out of it.
So,
Fireballs,
Sorceries.
fireballs out the mouth.
Perfect.
One hand out each nostril.
Perfect. Dirk, climb into its mouth.
Yeah.
All right, sounds like we've got a montage here, people. So would everyone please make me a check appropriate to what it is they're doing? I mean, I guess if you're just casting spike growth, then that's just a spell. You're just doing that, but
I'm going to crush up a bunch of berries to make a sort of red paint so that I can paint scary faces and slogans.
flames.
all right. Let's
Hot
call
flames.
that Dex sleight of hand, probably.
That is a 26.
Delightful. You've actually managed to find bioluminescent berries, so it's like wearing like glowing woad.
Dang.
Nice.
Underlighting.
All right, Pork Chop Express down the side.
Nice. All right, I take some of I strip the iron-like bark off the millennium-old tree that Egbert recently felled and craft it into armour for the limbs and back of the hog.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Nice.
Strap those on. There we go.
I would also like to create a sort of frame that we can put Dob in, like the Doof Warrior from Mad Max. So he can just...
Fully nude.
Yeah.
We'll need to acquire a new loot.
Yeah, we will. Okay, we'll need to fashion a new loot.
Well,
I mean, you could just strap it to the front like a blood bag.
Would you not rather be playing cool music?
I would
as
rather
we-
be playing
okay,
it.
Right.
And what I would like to do is fashion a sort of, I don't know how to describe this other than an Oliphant-style kind of wooden cage on the top of the back that's a kind of like archery point, maybe Merowyn, if you want to be up there.
Isn't that a howdah? Is that what they call them?
I don't know.
Maybe.
I think it's what they call them.
That sounds right. Yes, like that. Just out, just out of wood and spiky wood and stuff. And I think I'd like to be on the kind of hanging off the outside of that. And yeah, it can be it's got crenellations, so you can sort of snipe through it.
Yeah.
Sweet. Is there an owner's manual in the glove box? Because I feel like I should read that, probably.
Well, we've got the
others who can drive
Yeah, you got the crew.
Whoa, Egbert should get to drive
I get to drive it though, right?
Egbert should be allowed to drive
Egbert,
it.
who's driven it once and nearly killed us.
Yeah, just make me a.
These three provably drove it into a big hole.
You can say it if you like.
You are getting a rapid fire explanation from the crew of the Wall Pig.
Pork Chop Express.
The Pork Chop Express.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Roll me a wisdom check.
That is it's 14.
Okay. Yeah. You're.
Minus 1, 13.
Yeah. All right. You're confident you can drive this thing.
I was confident before though.
Indeed.
And did you see how far that tortoise flew?
Oh yeah. Oh, I would've-
89 feet.
I would have given you the same answer if you just rolled a 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You reckon you can drive this thing?
Cool.
I don't have my loot anymore, but I reckon I can probably scavenge or find like some kind of horn. I have a drinking horn. I just chop the end off that, and it's a kind of
Great.
war horn
Nice.
thing. I can prestidigitate some flame out the end.
Cool. Yeah. Great.
Sick.
All
How
right.
can we make this more metal? If it's maximum metal, that's fine, and we can go.
Not without licensing actual Black Sabbath. I don't think we could do that.
Okay.
I didn't roll great on armouring the pig.
Okay.
FYI.
Oh, what was the roll?
So, what do you call it? A dexterity thing? 'Cause it's sort of crafting.
Yeah, sort of Dex Sleight of Hand was
Well,
the general.
Okay,
I mean, yours is more like just smashing bits of ironwood onto a thing. So if you want to add your strength mod instead.
Oh,
you're
okay,
welcome to.
well then let's call it. That was an 11 then.
Okay. All right.
Better than nothing.
Better than nothing.
All right.
And then you could daub some of that cool paint on the armour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's really cool. Right. Well, this should be overkill.
Let's get those property developers.
Okay, I perform a burnout. I'm not sure how that looks on a pig.
The burnout style takedown.
Yeah. That's what it's going to be.
What's going to be the driving roll on the pig? It's probably going to be strength athletics, isn't it?
Man, I can cast minor illusion to create heavy metal music because you
Perfect.
can create sounds with
There we go.
minor illusion. So I'm just some rockin' metal with
Yeah.
squealy guitars,
Yep.
double kick drums is playing with the flame coming out of the horn and the paint and the
It's we've got an aesthetic. Is
Yeah.
it's for.
Yes, I think you've all come together quite nicely on this. Strength athletics check, please, Egbert. Just
Sure.
to see if it all comes for naught.
It's a dirty 20.
Hey, you do actually manage to do
Oh wait,
a burn.
plus 3
Nice.
for my proficiency bonus for athletics.
Nice.
You do actually manage to do a burnout.
Yeah. Rear legs are just going like this.
You can hear one of the pilots inside the legs throwing up. But
Roll
then
harder.
you take off.
Where are our 3 new friends, Ricky and
Oh,
Argyle and
Dirk is in the mouth,
Yep.
as suggested. Where would you have liked to place Ricky and Argyle? Ricky is a monk, so, might be quite good to just
leave him
jump
behind,
off
probably.
another hit.
Savage.
no.
The smashing people in the face.
Well, maybe hanging off the other side so that he can sort of spring into the air and come down hard with kicks and punches.
Love it. Okay, great. And Argyle, what would Argyle be doing?
Argyle's pretty brawny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stick him on the top as well.
He'll stick up
Yeah,
there
yeah.
as well. He'll
Yeah, we
jump
can
off
be
with his
deployed
war
from up
axe.
there.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
So, how are we doing this? Are we just going to smash this way through the
Yeah, we're
forest?
We're
gonna
going to do
Head
one
first
big
through
drift
the
around the
trees.
entire spiral.
Whoa!
God, yes.
Yeah,
Like in
that was-
Tokyo Drift.
We don't have to do
Yeah.
any rivers that way.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
we'll just drive through them.
No, we do.
We did. We're still past.
Oh,
the
yeah,
river.
but we'll
goes
be
through
drifting
the
through them.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
We can ramp over the river.
It'll look really cool.
Yeah,
It's
it'll look
fine.
amazing.
Okay.
The crew is relatively confident
Yeah.
that you can do this. But can you?
Don't know, let's find out. What do you want me to roll?
Roll to
Strength
drift.
athletics again, please.
Do a drift roll.
That is an 11 plus 4 plus 3, so that's 18.
Yeah, you know what? You actually do this.
One
It
long
is-
Yeah!
In the continuation of possibly your most ever cinematic moment, you just do, one enormous drift.
Spiral drift.
Outwards in this spiral. And then you kind of just like, you sort of emerge in front of the camp of property developers, let's face it, who all sort of stand up at the noise and kind of just look at this bizarre war pig just standing there, and they're like,
I blow the horn that's the signal for ramming speed.
We found the pig, and it's bad news for you. I say, I have daubed myself in paint as well, and I'm shirtless, and I have a headdress that I've made out of bits of bark and twigs and wood.
This is your peers go, what is the meaning of the... Oh, goodness. I mean, do we roll combat initiative on a rampage?
Well, let's give them the option to clear off.
Leave this place, never
Yeah,
return.
get out of this forest and leave it alone, or else we're going to go hog wild.
Roll
say.
for initiative. You can't do hog wild and then not have us roll.
Hogwild was unfortunately very unthreatening.
I liked it.
9 for me.
It's a 4.
Ooh.
16.
23.
Ooh.
8. I mean, I rolled a 7, so still, the people are going second to last. So it's basically just about how much damage you want to do before they get a look in.
Destroy him.
Dub.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on a minute. I need to roll for the others. So
Because
that's-
I'm going last when everyone else is doing their
For
turns.
Argyle.
Just imagine I'm doing a sort of 90s techno-industrial dance on top of it.
Like Jason Statham in
got
that
it.
Shaman video.
Yeah. Slam dancing on the roof of the pig.
I have no trouble imagining it.
All right, yeah, Dub. What are we saying?
So what could I have a little description of what's in front of us?
Yes.
How
so-
many? How organised? Where?
Well, the camp, bizarrely, since you left, has grown considerably in size.
They have a
bef-
sample home.
Before it...
Yeah.
God. There's now like a well-constructed hut. But before there were quite a few tents. Now there are like a lot more. And you can also see that there are a lot of people sort of working with wheels to sharpen axes and stuff. It seems like they were going to waste no time in starting to cut down the entire forest and clear it for this new development. There's even a sort of weird contraption where it seems like if people push a capstan, it will just form like a massive saw that kind of just goes like this to,
Right.
to
Okay.
get through the bigger trees.
Right.
So I'd say you're facing off probably about 80 people here.
Okay. Well, I think the thing to do is to use the speed and momentum of the advancing. What was it called again? The Pork Chop Express.
Pork Chop Express.
Of the Pork Chop Express to propel myself into the mechanism of that saw machine. Try and take possession of that.
Have you put clothes on yet? Because things could get really tangled.
I have not.
Okay, yeah.
I would have said if I had. Yeah. You know, that's the mounted gun in this video game level. I want to get behind it.
So it's possible I'm mishearing you. Did you just say that your plan is to throw yourself into the giant saw?
Over the giant saw.
Over the- right.
Okay, wait.
You said into the mechanism specifically.
Okay, all right. New plan. Okay, here's what I'd like to do. I'd like to cast Shatter again, this time on the large piece of logging equipment. I want to just burst it, and because we're all pretty protected and armoured, and that's kind of right in the middle of their camp, so I just want to
He says
explode.
in his G-string.
Yeah.
We're all pretty protected and armoured.
I have very, very, very good luck. So I just want to explode some logging equipment in the midst of them.
Yes, very good.
Saws.
Roll me 3d8, please.
3d8. Okay. 7. 3.
10.
7 again. 17.
Okay, so you do a decent amount of damage to the saw. Like the capstan just like flies apart,
Okay.
and shards of wood kind of just like
Nice.
fly out everywhere. You hear a few people just be like, ah, because they've taken a nasty splinter.
Okay.
You haven't quite sent like a cleaving blade
Dark.
scything across the camp.
Okay, never mind.
But you have it's pretty much out of commission.
And can I blow my horn for bardic inspiration on whoever goes next?
Yes, you can. That would be Merylwen.
Okay, I would like to call lightning.
Will it answer? Who knows?
Went straight to voicemail.
So yeah, I'm gonna choose a nice 60-foot radius. And whereabouts is Caesura?
He's kind of standing right in front of the pig, probably about 30 foot away.
Okay. I'm gonna aim for him first.
Okay. Yeah.
He must do a dexterity saving throw.
All right. Let's see. What's your spell save DC, please?
It is 15, I
That's,
believe.
with modifiers is a 12.
Okay, cool. So he now takes 3d10 lightning damage.
Whoa.
So there's that one.
Light
Just
him
going
up.
to try and get them to leave. That was
Going to be a massacre.
my plan. But meanwhile, I found one of those Diablo juggling things.
Oh,
I'm doing that on the roof now.
Cirque du Soleil waste to an entire camp of people.
Cirque du Soleil West.
That's very good.
Thank you.
Okay, so that's a 9, a 2, and a 4. So that is 15.
Okay, you send him rocketing back. He's properly like blown off his feet like super taser.
Also, each creature within 5 feet of him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he probably had a few hench people next to him. Not feeling so hench anymore.
Hey!
So they've been zapped with
Junior property
electricity. Oh no, it just smells like burning brill cream. They all get sort of blown across the clearing. Not blown apart, but
No.
Caesura's still mostly fine. He sort of leaves a rut in the snow as he sort of flies back, smoking ever so slightly, and is clearly hurt but not down. The junior estate agents are just face down in the snow. Like, they're done. They're out of the fight. Yeah, that's a job well done, I would say.
Okay.
Tidy.
Argyle is going to jump out. Let's just do this very, very quickly. He's gonna
What does
jump out.
Argyle do?
Does Argyle have the
Total.
staff?
Doesn't it?
Does
Sigh.
Argyle
No,
have
he's
Nunchuck.
the nunchucks, right?
nunchucks?
No, he's got an axe.
Oh, very
Double-headed axe.
good. He's got a sigh. Let's see. Okay, yeah, that'll do. Let's see.
He will have pizza. He won't
Oh,
have
okay.
pizza.
So, did you know that Galapagos tortoises actually sometimes incorporate meat into their diet? They do this by betraying the birds that normally clean them. They sort
Wow.
of, normally
Whoa.
they crane their necks up, and the birds are like peck, 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 and they'll have parasites off them. But every once in a while, the tortoises are like ha ha ha, and they
Dang.
just go wham and kill them underneath their bulk, and then they eat them. So imagine that, but it's a barbarian with an axe. It just sort of flies off the top of the howdah and just face plants
Whoa.
and just smashes a couple of loggers
estate
flat beneath him.
Argyle
then-
is cool but crude.
He stands,
Also a party dude.
he
I've
stands,
heard.
he stands up and draws his war axe and just gives an enormous like battle cry.
Cowabunga.
That's what he does. It's very offensive. Dirk, meanwhile, is going to cast Storm Sphere, which is a 4th level evocation. He's going to make a 20-foot radius sphere of whirling air, and
Yes,
some
Dirk.
people inside of it, let's say there are 5 people inside of that, are going to take, wow, cool, they take 5 points of damage, big whoop. But he can use a bonus action to cause a bolt of lightning to leap from the centre of the sphere towards a target. So, no, that's a miss.
Oh, God.
It doesn't look great. He's kind of like, ha ha! And he summons this sphere of like swirling energy and wind, and people kind of go, oh! It's like, oh! They get something in their eye.
Oh,
and
no,
then
but that is
the
annoying.
lightning just goes
Oh, my glasses are askew.
off that way.
You know, on a really windy day, and you just feel like you've been sort of messed around with. Again.
Yeah.
And he just kind of goes, oh. Ricky, what does Ricky do? Ricky jumps off and punches someone. Come on, he's the least interested. That's a dirty 20. He punches someone's head off.
Ricky.
Damn, Ricky!
No wonder he wants those guns on display.
Ricky just jumps off and just
Johnny Cage.
yeah, just properly like sends that off, and it's like whoa! Even at his own hand. Egbert, now it's you.
Good job we didn't find
Hey.
these three.
Oh, they're like all level 14.
Oh.
I'd like to sort of charge the boar forward, and like presumably their inspirational leader is still on the ground smoking a bit.
Yep.
I'd like to sort of ram him, scoop him up, and flick him into the air as far forward as possible.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. I am going to say that this is actually a dex sleight of hand check
Fine.
to make this attack
Fine.
because
Because it's to do with fine control of
it's
the
nuance.
scooping.
Yeah. You know.
That's all right. Yeah, it's an 8 overall.
Okay.
Should have installed a scoop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Instead, you don't really flick him up. You just kind of just go and like you like nose punch him, and he's like a foot further into the ground. What will be the damage on that? You roll me a d12, please.
Yeah.
He's on snow, so I feel like a d12 is appropriate. He's not getting absolutely torn up.
Yep.
I mean, he's in a bad way. Don't get me wrong. So
This one's a 12, right?
Yeah, that's got a 12.
It's got a 12 on it. That's a
It's
1.
got nothing higher than a 12 on it. Oh, well, no, never mind. Didn't need all those
Do I
big
add
numbers
anything
anyway.
to that?
No.
1 damage.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's fine.
Every little helps.
You actually kind of you just go up and sniff him gently, like an inquisitive puppy.
Oh.
Okay.
But you're a giant, terrifying boar.
War pig.
Yeah, war pig. Yeah. Cora?
Presumably Dirk is also just now dangling like directly in front of him as well.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he is. Maybe then he can hit it with his lightning bolt.
Yeah.
Casting my eyes slightly panically around all the carnage that's unfolding, my dancing has become less sort of exuberant as I'm noticing all the carnage.
Oh no.
I would like to repeat my offer to him to surrender and just move on.
Okay.
So I do that.
All right. What does it sound like when you say that?
Okay. Hey, so this probably isn't going to end well for you. Do you want to just pack up and move on? I think it would
Funds.
work.
We want the funds,
Yeah.
the investment.
You what? Sorry.
They've got money. Property
Oh,
developers,
yeah.
they've got money.
We'll have some money
Take
as
the
well.
Capital. We'll take the capital.
But you probably want to stop fighting, or else everyone's going to get killed. We've got all these. I mean, these are all magic wizards and that.
Make me a charisma persuasion check, please.
21.
He says, "Yep, all right, have all the money."
You do sort of hear Sajura be like, "Oh, open the coffers! Oh, where's the money? Oh, could you get the pig off me? Actually, hold on." The camp is in absolute chaos. People haven't really heard that Sajura is starting to give up, and they're kind of running around. People are grabbing axes and trying to hack at the legs of the.
Oh no, we're in those legs.
Boar.
Yeah, good
You
bloody
are.
luck. It's all armoured.
Well, exactly. So, unless they roll particularly highly, no, that's a 6. They're basically just like doing the hilarious like axe wobble things. They've hit something too hard. So prudence.
Yeah.
I'm going to say you definitely get a chance to do something and quell the rest of these people.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm in one of the legs.
Yep.
So I'm going to have to emerge first. I'm going to have to burst forth from the hatch, I guess.
Hey.
Sure.
Still got grease on it.
I hate it. Thank you. I emerge.
There's a hole in the side. We made it.
She's
Did we
already
not
in. She's already in the hatch. Sorry.
It's covered with armour now.
I assumed we would have patched that up
Yeah.
because it's a vulnerability.
That's true. Yeah, it is
The
vulnerability.
hatch is
Yeah,
not
yeah,
a
yeah.
vulnerability.
That's why you
No.
should never assume.
Because it's in back. So I emerge,
Yeah.
hoping that no one is looking at the rear of the boar pig. Because it's quite undignified.
So like that scene from Ace Ventura 2.
Why would you invoke that of all things? And I clamber up the side to the what do we call it? The sedan thing, the kind of nest on top,
Yeah.
and I
Powder.
survey the scene in front of me, and it's
Powder.
chaos. And how many have we got? Like axing the legs of this boar?
I'm going to say there are about 24 people.
24 people. Dang, that's a lot of people. Okay, let's see.
You could use your powerful voice to
See.
tell Morton.
Yeah, stand
lost.
down. Wait, does charm person work on crowds? Let's have a look.
Can you have a
Thaumaturgy.
Yeah,
Do-
scary
Charm
voice.
We can do
or
charm
whatever.
persons and thaumaturgy. And no, it's just one. 1. When you cast a spell using a spell slot of 2nd level or higher, you can target 1 additional creature for each slot level above 1st. That's not going to be...
Just Thaumaturge.
I'm going to Thaumaturge.
No.
I use
Liturgy with
Thaumaturgy
it.
for the first time in a long time, and I summon a sort of Gandalf-style voice, but more sinister, less wholesome, as I stand atop the war pig, and I say...
Stand down or we'll have your very souls.
Which is an empty threat, because I don't know how to take people's souls yet.
But they don't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd like you to make me a charisma intimidation check.
Sure.
Just to see how much how much you put into it
Okay.
from atop
Okay.
the giant mechanical boar.
Oh, that's an 18, and then a charisma of 5, so that's 23.
Yes, I'm going to say that they rather lose the lust for fighting a massive
Yes.
mechanical boar that can apparently take their souls. You sort of hear a lot of axes just go thump into the snow, and then they sort of stand around being like, what?
Now bow down.
Okay, Prudence just.
They sort of like, they sort of get in the snow like,
Lower.
Okay.
you've got
Prudence. Take Prudence by the elbow and lead her.
some of the people in the clearing are unconscious. One of them doesn't have a head. Some of the others are dead. Caesura is still kind of smoking gently underneath a ball, but the rest of them are all like properly like heads buried in the snow, butts in the air, just
Hatches pointing to the
like,
sky.
hatches.
Now be gone and develop a forest we don't care about. I say.
They sort of shove off with their heads still down. They sort of just start pushing with their feet, and you just you turn them all into weird sort of like snow buggies that just sort of like beetle their way away.
Good.
Caesura is still kind of underneath the pig, just like, oh, this hasn't gone to plan.
No, but you live by our mercy.
Great.
And we'll have that money now.
Oh, a merry solstice to you as well. I'm being mugged. Very well. If you shall allow me to get up.
I'll reverse the pig. At least I think it's reversed.
Oh, I can't believe we believed that thing was real.
Yeah.
It beeps when it reverses. He goes, come. He leads you to a chest, which is he just sort of flings it open, and it's full of clearly what the wages were going to be for the logging team. We're like, well, good job. Oh, you've put over 80 people out of work right before the holidays. Oh,
Maybe we should.
Kill him now.
You can say log the forest.
Yeah, I've still got core lightning going. I'm still ready.
it's just a fact. I'm not trying to insult you. It's just true.
Maybe it's
You've
the.
saved the wood. Hooray.
Yeah.
We won't
Yes,
build
hooray.
houses here.
Yeah. Oh, wait, look, we won't. Look, we can help those people. We'll
I
find
don't-
a way.
I don't know what this feeling is. If it's the season, I feel like we should give the money to the people.
Corazon, you're not
Sound
thinking
right.
straight. I
I
slap
don't know.
Corazon.
We shouldn't give the money to the property developers. We should give it to the forest. We should just throw it into the woods.
forest.
Let's set up a foundation to preserve it.
Foundations
What
are
are
the
you
one thing we're
saying?
trying to
Yes.
prevent.
Oh, Corazon! I can't believe this is finally happening. This is great.
The Corazon Foundation for charitable acts.
Absolutely
Corazons.
not, says Argyle, shouldering his way through. Starts filling a bag with fistfuls of cash. Being like,
Oh, man,
we're
I
getting
don't-
our end at least.
Yeah, I
They
don't
will
want to
take
came
a
over me
sack
there.
of money.
That's
and
fair.
then
That's
they
fair.
leave you
We should not fight them.
half of the chest.
All
They're
right.
like, and they stump off.
Bye.
Bye.
ya.
Nice to meet you guys.
You
You were so cool.
You're
Happy
contemplating
solstice.
making perhaps a smaller foundation, but what would it be for?
To preserve the forest
Oh,
and also promote the story of Corazon, the saver of the forest.
so what are we calling this? It's the Corazon Foundation
It's
for
like-
the preservation of the forest.
And the preservation of the memory of the great Corazon.
It's like a working
that sounds
museum.
like you're dead. You sure?
The preservation of the memory of the great Corazon who is still alive.
Can you hire a bunch of the previous logging workers to
Yes.
be like
Forest Rangers.
Forest, of course.
Right?
it.
That's
They can
easier.
carve the largest tree into a statue of me.
Shout in your booming voice to say there are job opportunities at the Corazon Foundation.
How about
We have jobs.
I stone shape
Stone
A
shape of statue.
Corazon
Yes, to enter the
statue.
forest, you have to walk through the legs of the Corazon Colossus.
Okay, I will see what I can do.
You have to look upon his hatch and know him better now. Well, good. So, sort of as the camera sort of pans out across this lovely scene, there is sort of just a giant boar kind of idling there next to its woodland home, while sort of a lovely swirling pattern is made by all of the people with their faces in the snow and their butts in the air, just sort of
Coming back to get a job.
doing U-turns to go back to work, to found the Corazon Foundation for the preservation of the forest and the preservation of the memory of the great Corazon who is still alive.
Yeah.
And I think we should all have a winter solstice feast here in the show home as well.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, sure.
Obviously.
I bet
got a
it's
show
beautifully furnished.
It's hollow. But we eat it anyway.
I take a big bite of plastic fruit.
Yeah.
I'm sure to lock the
Solstice,
ball with my
everyone.
beeper just in case anyone decides to steal it.
With your
I want
what?
to keep that. Yeah, like beep beep.
Oh, right. Close the door with your beeper.
Merry solstice, everyone.
Yay!
Solstice, everyone.
Everyone.
Solstice.
Thank you so much, everyone, for watching this D&D Oxventure holiday special. We hope you enjoyed it. Do like and subscribe to the channel for more Oxventure stuff. Thank you very much to Johnny for being our wonderful DM again. Johnny, where can people find you and follow you?
YouTube.com/Johnny Chiodini. It couldn't be more simple. I mean, it could be if my name was less Italian. But we'll gloss over that bit. If you put a link in the description, that might help with spelling.
Sure.
I don't know about that.
Hyperlinks.
If we can spell it.
There is a link in the description. Check it out. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful holiday season, however you celebrate, and we will see you next time.
Bye.